My mom is a US citizen, she pays taxes, and she voted in 2008. But this presidential election, my mom can't vote because she moved back to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a US Commonwealth, which is basically a cute euphemism the government uses for modern-day colony. While Puerto Ricans are born with US citizenship and are subject to US federal laws, they can't vote for federally elected officials. That means that when my mom changed her permanent residence from Florida to Puerto Rico, she lost the ability to vote for who represents her in that government. Puerto Ricans don't even have representation in Congress. Well, they do, their representative just can't vote for anything. He's kinda like Tim Gunn if the Project Runway contestants were being taxed up the ass for materials and had to let producers choose what they make because technically the show paid for it. Here's the funny thing. Puerto Ricans pay import-export taxes, commodity taxes, and federal payroll taxes, including Social Security. In fact, in 2011, Puerto Ricans paid $3.3 billion in federal taxes, roughly the same amount Vermont paid in the same year. But it's still a place where the federal government lets billionaires who stick around half the year pay $0 in income or capital gains taxes, all while bulldozing the homes of actual Puerto Ricans to build resorts. All this while Puerto Ricans face an unprecedented financial crisis. The federal government solution? The Promesa Bill, which enacted a board of federally appointed individuals to fix Puerto Rico's economic crisis and figure out a solution. Puerto Ricans had no say in who was appointed to this board. The 7 individuals on it aren't beholden to any legislator in Puerto Rico, and only one of them actually has to live on the island. Okay, now imagine the federal government appointed a board of unelected officials to fix the economy of a state like Vermont. States' rights advocates would have a veritable shit fit, and they're allowed to vote for president. But when it comes to an island full of Latinos, fuck them. Many Puerto Ricans I've spoken to want change and acknowledge their own government's borrowing has contributed to the financial crisis. But with the federal government's history of treating Puerto Rico as a resort for rich investors, particularly at the expense of working class Puerto Ricans, they're not making it any easier. Look, I don't think the solution is as cut and dry as statehood or independence. To be honest, I don't know if I have a solution. But I do know we start fixing this problem by treating Puerto Ricans like human beings. If moving back to Puerto Rico means my mom is at the whim of the federal government, the very least she should get is a say in who's running it.